You know, I want to really point out that summer trail cam pictures lie. And what I mean by that is that just because you're getting big, you know, pictures of giant bucks right now during the summertime, whether you're watching this in June, July, August, does not indicate that those deer are going to be there during the fall, where you can actually hunt them or protect them, get them, advance them to the next age class, or whatever you want to do in your herd management and hunting goals. Quite the opposite, in fact. Usually where you're getting lots of big buck pictures during the summer, you aren't going to find those bucks during the fall. Now, one of the main points is a lot of people think these bucks become nocturnal. They don't become nocturnal. Deer are deer. They're feeding 5 times in a 24-hour period. Oldest buck in the neighborhood has to feed 5 times in a 24-hour period. Youngest fawn in the neighborhood has to feed 5 times in a 24-hour period. So they're on their feet and they're feeding, they're moving around. The difference though is that with a mature buck, if you're not getting pictures of him during the daylight, it's because he's from a long distance away. He's coming into that area middle of the night, and he moves a long distance. That's why you're getting a picture of him during the middle of the night. It's not that he's waiting on some knoll. So when summer trail cam pictures lie, mature bucks, if they're around, you get pictures of them. That means if they're around during the summer, what are they focusing on during the summer? They're focusing on the highest quality food that they can find in an unpressured setting. Well, hardly anybody's hunting during the summertime. So they'll be located in areas where not only they find that high quality summer food, say alfalfa out in the farm fields, soybeans out in an ag field, maybe even soybeans on your neighbor's hunting parcel, clover, things like that. But they want to have cool airflow and shade. They can't crush and press their velvet through that thick area that they would prefer to live in during the fall, during the summer months. Does and fawns, on the other hand, if they have very thick cover and they have summer food, that's what they need. So a little bit different than bucks. And if some type of food persists throughout the fall and winter months, those does and fawns will stick around. They have a very small home range, probably about 1/5 the size of a mature buck. So they don't move around as much. They're happy to stay home, and as long as the food is somewhat adequate, food cover is thick, they'll stay. So that means in a location down here, I came down to this as an example. We have a reveal camera right over there on the tree, and we're watching this area. We get an occasional small buck coming through here, doe and fawn. It's all the way back here so we can watch this little food plot. We don't see a lot of mature bucks down here. We have really high hopes about this location for the fall and for the fall hunt. And it's just a pass through. We have big food up top over there about a 1/4 mile away. It's 4.5 acres. We have big food up there about 300 yards away. We're down here in this middle of cover. And when I say up there, it's about 250 feet in elevation, 250 feet in elevation up there. We also have about 1.5 acres of food up this way. So we're down in this lower bowl of cover, which isn't our depth of cover. So we don't expect to see a lot of mature bucks right now. We're away from ag land. We're away from big, open, cool hardwoods. We don't have a lot of those areas even on our property. And so we don't expect a buck to be here, but this is exactly the spot we expect that buck to be at during the fall. This will be a fall food source down here. In fact, we'll have a brassica and clover blend. We have our dual threat 365 we sell through WHS Wildlife Blends. But bottom line is, we're going to put a fall food source here and let that really peak in October, November, so that we can have the focus of deer during hunting season. And when we complement it with all the thick cover that's around here, then that trail camera right there is lying to us right now. And what I mean by that is we expect this to be an incredible hunting location in the fall, but we're not getting those mature buck pictures right now. We will in the fall. This is going to be an excellent spot. We have high hopes for it. And that's what I mean by lying. Either they're telling you that there's no bucks right now, that's a lie, or they're telling you there's a lot of bucks and you'll see those in the fall, and that's a lie. We have a redneck blind right over here. We actually access that from the back side. So we don't have to come through all this bedding habitat and food. We actually can park about 300 yards away down low, come through an area that's through bedding area, off to the edge of it, near a home, near a house. So we can get in and out of this. But that redneck, we're actually moving right up on the bench back there. So it'll be about 60 to 70 yards off of this food plot edge. More of a gun hunting stand, but we do have a pass through up there that comes from the big food plot that comes right down into this end. So we want to get the redneck off that end. We want to move it up there, give ourselves a bow shot over a mock scrape up top. There's great movement coming through there, so that'd be a bow shot. And then we can actually sneak in there in the afternoon hunt or morning hunt for a gun gunshot out of that redneck. And then we'll have a stand right over here on one of the mature trees, and still access from there, blow our scent down there to the neighbor's house. It's not that far away. We don't expect a lot of deer. They don't come from that side very often. They're all in here. So great access. We have high hopes for that. But one of the reasons we have high hopes is because we're not getting those mature buck pictures right now. And I'm not saying that is 90%, 100% true all the time, but you have to look at the reasons a mature buck is where he's at during the summer. Again, summer food, that's gone during the fall. And then also summer cover. He needs that big open cover, and that's not what he wants to live into the fall. Doe is completely different. They want adequate food all year long. They're not as driven by quality food that mature bucks are. And then also they want that thick cover all year long. And that's why I talk about doe factories. Up around the ag fields right now where there's alfalfa and we have really thick cover, we have those does and fawns living. They go out to the ag fields to feed. You can create that doe factory because those resident does and fawns just keep having babies and fawns over and over again. They keep building the population. They don't leave because they have small home ranges. Mature buck, completely different. He's got a 3-mile home range on average. Could be longer in big wilderness parcels. You don't know. But bottom line is he's willing to travel to look for good food. He's willing to travel to find a safe place during the fall where there's low stress, where he has quality food, and he has quality thick habitat. That's exactly the spot where we'll find right here for a buck this fall. And that's exactly why we won't find him here during the summer, and why that camera over there is lying to us. We're getting some decent pictures here and there. We're watching the wildlife. And it'll be really cool. It's almost like I want to stick a camera in a location like this to say, yeah, they're not here during the summer. That's a good thing, because if they're here during the summer, why? Why are they here? It'd be bad cover, bad fall food, because it's all summer related. So to not see those, and I expect occasionally we'll have, because we have an opening right there, those bucks will walk right through here. They always do. And so we'll see that buck movement occasionally here during the summer, but it's more they get kicked out in some summer area. Someone's out on the weekend putting trail cameras out, messing with their tree stands. Those bucks take a walk by a mile and a half away. They come through here, let us know they're gonna be back during the fall, and we get a picture of them. Pretty cool. When you're not getting daily photos, typically that's a really, really good thing, a vast majority of the time. That's why those summer trail cam pictures lie. That's why this camera right behind me is lying. And that's why it's a really good thing when we enter this fall hunting season. Now, I don't know if you've checked out our main website lately, whitetailhabitatsolutions.com, but we've really had a lot going on, including hats, books, our web class, and certainly our new seed company, WHS Wildlife Blends. When you click on seed on our site, it'll take you right to our brand new site for the seed company. We have all 12 blends available. So check it all out though. I encourage you, I appreciate you checking it out. Whether you buy anything or not, really appreciate you visiting the site and seeing what's going on, and continue to watch because we have big things coming later this year.